Stemsational knowledge ahead. Welcome to Flash Revision Lab. I'm your tutor, and today we're going to break down stem cells and the cell cycle in a way that's easy to understand. Let's get started. So first things first, what's a stem cell? Well, it's an undifferentiated cell that hasn't specialized to a specific type yet and can turn into many other cells. Stem cells can be found in human embryos, human adult bone marrow, and in plant meristem tissue. In human embryos, stem cells can be cloned and turned into any type of human cell. For adults, stem cells aren't as easily found. They're mainly found in their bone marrow, and these can only form certain types of cells, like blood cells. When it comes to plants, they have something called meristem tissue, which can turn into any plant cell throughout its life. These can be used to produce clones of whole plants quickly and cheaply. This is great for protecting rare species from going extinct and helping farmers by creating lots of identical crops with desirable characteristics, like being resistant to diseases. Scientists can grow human embryos in a lab and extract stem cells from them. These stem cells can turn into many different cell types, and doctors could use these stem cells to fix damaged organs by growing new tissue from a patient's own genetic information. Adult stem cells, which are more limited in what they can become, can also be grown in a lab and change into specialized cells, like blood cells. In the future, stem cells might help cure diseases like diabetes and paralysis. Therapeutic cloning is when an embryo is made with the same genes as a patient, so their body doesn't reject the stem cells from the embryo, and they can be used for medical treatments without the patient having to take drugs to suppress their immune system. This reduces their chances of infection. However, there are some risks and concerns associated with stem cells. One potential risk is the transfer of viral infections from the stem cells to the patient. This could happen if the stem cells used for treatment were contaminated with a virus. Aside from potential health risks, some people have ethical or religious concerns about the use of stem cells, particularly those derived from human embryos. The process of obtaining stem cells from embryos may be seen as morally problematic by some, as it involves the destruction of the embryo. Others may argue that the potential benefits of stem cell research and therapies, such as curing life-threatening diseases or improving the quality of life for those with chronic conditions, outweigh these concerns. Now let's talk about the cell cycle and mitosis. The cell cycle is a series of stages that cells go through when they divide and reproduce. These can be simplified to two main stages. The first is growth and DNA replication. During this process, the cell has to grow and make more of its components, like ribosomes and mitochondria. This is so that the cell can maintain the number of subcellular structures when it divides. The DNA also makes 2 copies of each chromosome, so that each new cell has the correct number in the daughter cells. Once all of this has occurred, mitosis can occur. The first stage of mitosis involves the nucleus membrane breaking down and the chromosomes getting pulled to opposite sides of the cell. Nuclear membranes then get formed around the new set of DNA, and after that, the cytoplasm and rest of the cell divides, resulting in 2 identical daughter cells being formed. Mitosis is super important for the growth and development of living things, made up of many cells. For instance, mitosis occurs during the healing process when you get a cut or a scrape on your skin. Your body needs to produce new skin cells to replace the damaged ones, and mitosis is responsible for creating those new cells. Another example is when a plant grows taller or wider. Mitosis takes place in the plant's meristem tissue, generating new cells to support this growth. Lastly, when a baby grows into a child, and then into an adult, mitosis occurs in various tissues, like muscle and bone, to enable this growth and development. And that's a wrap on these topics. Thanks for joining me at Flash Revision Lab. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more rapid revision content. If you have questions or need some extra help, drop a comment below or reach out to us on our social media channels. Remember, with Flash Revision Lab, you're just a flash away from acing your exams. Until next time, happy revising.